A 20-year-old college student goes out for a fun summer night with her friends. Hours later, she disappeared, and the last people to see her still alive raise questions to this day, more than half a decade later.
Trigger warning. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Hey, welcome back to Katie Knows Crime. My name's Katie, and today we are going to be going over the case of Lauren Spierer. Lauren was born January 17th, 1991. She grew up in Scarsdale, New York. Lauren came from a loving family and was extremely close with her parents. She attended Indiana University, Bloomington, where she studied apparel merchandising. Friends described her as outgoing, energetic, social, and friendly. She loved fashion, music, and spending time with friends. Lauren was extremely tiny for her age, being only 4'11" and under 100 pounds. This detail is very important later on. A lot of people who knew Lauren said that she was the type of person everyone liked being around. She was social and fun, but she also struggled privately at times. Lauren reportedly had a heart condition called QT syndrome, which became extremely dangerous when mixed with alcohol, drugs, and stress. Friends also said that partying had become a very regular thing for them during college. And because of her size, substances could affect her much harder. One of the biggest reasons that this case absolutely exploded online is because of the group of men Lauren was seen hanging out with shortly before her disappearance. People have heavily discussed Corey Rossman, Jay Rosenbaum, and Jesse Wolfe. None were charged in relation to her disappearance, but public speculation has followed them for years. June 2nd, 2011, Lauren went out with her friends in Bloomington, Indiana. She visited several bars, with witnesses saying that she appeared heavily intoxicated. At one point, she had even lost her phone and her shoes. She also reportedly hit her head and fell earlier on in the night. This part is important because Lauren was already in a very vulnerable condition hours before she had disappeared. Cameras had captured Lauren walking through downtown Bloomington, and in some footage, she seemed to be struggling walking, and she was very disoriented, as well as needing support from others. One clip specifically showed her barefoot. At different points within the night, Lauren was seen with multiple different male friends, but some accounts conflict that later. This is where things become extremely debated. According to reports, Lauren eventually ended up at an apartment that belonged to Jay Rosenbaum. People then claimed she later left around 4:30 a.m. That was supposedly the last time anyone saw her alive. This detail is one that people seem to obsess over because if Lauren really left alone, where did she go? Obviously, Lauren never made it to her home, but her apartment was only blocks away. When she stopped answering her calls, both her friends and her boyfriend became extremely worried, and soon her family called the police. Police then launched a massive search. Investigators examined surveillance footage, phone records, and witness statements. Search dogs had reportedly lost her scent at an intersection, and this suggested that she likely got into a vehicle and drove away. Several things had fueled online speculation, and some people even lawyered up very quickly. Timelines were changed throughout interviews, and witness stories weren't always perfectly consistent. Lauren's condition that night was pretty severe. There were also rumors suggesting it might have been an accidental overdose. Personally, this is one of those cases where it feels impossible that nobody knows anything. Someone definitely knows more, they just never talked. Lauren's parents, however, never stopped searching. They continue media appearances, interviews, and awareness campaigns. Her mother has even repeatedly said she believes that someone out there knows the truth. Lauren Spierer has never been found, and there has been no arrests made. Her disappearance remains unsolved. Let me know what you think about the case of Lauren Spierer and what you think happened to her. I will see you in my next video.